Oh, DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, it's going to be a Saturday vlog. Oh, there's a cat over there. He's squatting on our compost boxes. He decided to leave. Okay. I guess he got scared when he saw that I was going to vlog and he might end up being on YouTube. Well, what am I going to chat about today? Something a little bit different. Could have almost been a tree vlog. I even got an article out here. It was something that I pulled out of Scientific American, mid-February about. Oh, end of February. And the article was on how sound can be an ally. Oops, sorry, phone call. Okay, so I'm back. That was my son on the phone. And yeah, so I was talking about this paper, which is pretty interesting in a way. Let's try and find a place where actually the light isn't always getting in the way. Okay, and there was things like I thought of actually just reading little bits of it, because it's like about sound. It's basically the difference between sound and noise, we can say, and how it really affects not only our hearing but our inner being. Like there's this sentence: sounds have a deep impact on our emotions and offer a wide spectrum of influences. You know, they can be loud, they can be soft, they can just be irritating. And that actually goes for sounds and noises, I would say. There's a difference, there is actually. Or there's things like, what did they write here? Electricity, gravity, air, sound, like electricity, gravity, air, sound is a powerful force, but it's invisible. So, I mean, we're not always aware of it. And still, you know, it gets to us. It's one of these ungrabbable forces of the world, you know. What else? For example, effects of loud city living on developing dementia. Oh. Expose and remind us of the use of urgent, ongoing dangers of noise. But then, as they say, sound is also crucial to our brain development in a positive way. Now, for example, the question of speaking several languages and working in a way not working, but using a musical instrument and so on. They say that might delay the onset of dementia. Wow. Hey, that's good. Now, what else? A little interesting things. Okay, the invisibility of sound also they say it's a struggle to basically sometimes describe the richness of what we're hearing or feeling, because it's related to something that we can't put our fingers on. You know, seen objects are touchable, tangible. Then what is it? We have a sound by nature is never static. It's always moving around, so to say. Tough to grasp and describe. One thing that was actually quite interesting in the article, somewhere in there, is about white noise, or even in a way we could say, I even have some of these loudspeakers that will remove ambient sounds around. There's an actual name for that. I just can't remember it right now. Maybe I should do more things. Dementia's sitting in. Well, the thing is that actually, I mean, these are creating sounds in a way which are countering sounds very often. And the fact is that all these background noises are really not good for, not only for, we could say, the little hairs in our ears, but actually for our neuronal circuits. Kind of worrying. What else here? No other sensory system, vision included, can compare to the speed at which the auditory system processes incoming landscape. That's interesting. And they're talking about sound separated from noise. I think that we all realize that sound and noise, background noise especially, is something. And, you know, some of my friends have, certain problems like with background noise and their ears ringing and so on. And so, I mean, a lot of that is also, as we know and they know, can really get on, literally on their nerves. And it becomes literal, actually. It does create a nerve problem. So let me see. What else? There was a few other things. As you can see, I just wrote down. I didn't write down. I got the article, and let me see. Everyone is aware of the dangers of sound, loud sounds. Yet long-term exposure to sounds that are not loud enough to give us a second thought can cause permanent damage. And that is what they call, it's different to what we call hearing loss, because it is actually, these are the types that are actually affecting in a very perverse manner our brains. That's the detriment of white noise generators, okay, and apps that probably outweigh their benefits in that respect, because the constant low level of meaningless noise, like airports, highways, and so on. So, what are they saying you can do? Oh, you can learn a second language, yeah. And you can play an instrument, I suppose so. But that's just like, is that the idea about that is actually that you're making your nerves, your connections in your brain working around where the auditory system is. Anyway, I found it was quite interesting overall, because we all know our relationship with sound, music in particular, is and can be extremely intense. I mean, look at the emotion that music can bring out of you. But at the same time, look at the irritation that a noise or even a musical genre that you don't like will bring out in you. I know a person, well, actually at my workplace, who has speaks very loudly and has a grating, I find, extremely irritating voice. And it's not the person is not, I mean, the person's nice, but I am, sometimes at the end of the day, it's like I am just so happy to be away from that person because of the voice. Yeah, it's an interesting subject in a way. I mean, like, you hear the birds? I mean, like this sound right now is kind of pleasant. But if you're at your sleep and trying to sleep and they're waking you up, the same sound will become an irritant. That is interesting, isn't it, in a way? I mean, also the moods and where you are and what will change everything. Children's voices can create so many emotions in both ways, can't they? I mean, a loving sound, and then they will scream at us or something like that. Yeah, so you know what I'm getting at. So I guess that'll be my Saturday, at least one of the vlogs maybe this weekend. Yeah. Anyway, DC signing off, everybody. Take care, taking a coffee outside. And I hope that the sound of my voice didn't send you off to turn off your computer. Bye-bye. Take care.